Hi, Photo subscribers. Today we're going to be talking about some of the fascinating history behind photography and how the innovations from film were translated into digital. So join me today as we talk about the innovations which were actually precipitated from the 1921 Nobel Prize winner Albert Einstein. So in the history of innovation from photography being shot on film into a digital format, the innovations from Mr. Smith, an engineer at Bell Laboratories in 1969, and his supervisor, Dr. Willard Boyle, to Mr. Stephen Sasson at Kodak in 1973. Kodak was a little bit concerned about a digital innovation for photography, which would jeopardize their film company, and so they decided that they didn't want to pursue the digital photography realm. So through whatever decisions they decided they wanted to pursue, the Kodak Laboratories company and film production company didn't want to, I said film production, that makes it sound like they were a movie producer, but their film business, they didn't want to pursue the digital side, and so they were looking at ways of being able to profit from the idea but not jeopardize what they were doing either. So while most of the work was done at Kodak, they gave the idea and the product to be sold to, of all companies, Apple. Well, I don't know all the business details behind that, but it was a fairly shrewd move on Apple's part to go ahead and sell that product, although it wasn't really something that they valued greatly. The industry was able to use, and Apple decided shrewdly to use that in their line of products. And now today we have innovations not just on digital photography, but cell phones which have the capability of photography. So yes, now we have the mobile camera phone. But you see how one innovation on top of another can build and improve and add value. So this main point of mine and why I'm going through the history of this, not just to know where we came from, but the power of innovations and how they can improve and add value too, we need to consider what that's doing in our photography, not just the quality of the equipment we use, but how are we also leveraging our past techniques, our style, and how are we allowing that to improve and build on our next variation or next innovation of our style and photography? Are we allowing little things in our past to hold us back, or are we innovating on our style and improving our technique and making our processes more efficient? Are we learning from mistakes instead of letting those mistakes hold us back and trying to pioneer some new method? Nobody had, quote unquote, an original idea. Even, yes, I want to say Mr. Einstein in 1921 being awarded the Nobel Peace Prize, his ideas were still innovations on things he observed. They are used for things that we have not known before. The practical experience of them are things that perhaps we have not known before, and that's one of the reasons why there's Nobel Prizes given for them, or ideas like this can be copywritten, because there's a specific part of its process that has not yet been known, and it's something unique. Its operation, its process is something that can be verifiable and tested and observed if the idea is quote unquote stolen in that way. And that's why copyright is important, is to prevent the lack of business because something has been stolen instead of an innovation from. So while our skill and our talent in photography can't be copywritten, it's still the idea of leverage, that we're learning from something and making it our own. It's an innovation and it's something by which we can both learn, grow, and improve. And are we using these improvisions as something that is adding value and adding quality to being able to leverage and making that quality higher, but also allowing us to be able to move our great quality quantity to a higher quantity of still great value. So thank you so much for watching. If you are not yet a subscriber, we would love to have your subscription. But if this content has added value to your photography, we'd love to have a like and any comment that you would like to leave down below for us. This is a fairly quick scrape of information. We've been doing information learning on this for quite a while, but the different timeline processes and all that different information is fairly quick in our process of putting the information out here for you. But though I don't have the time, I would love to go back and actually see the language in the U.S. and European studies of where these things have been taken to copyright and have the legal documentation of it, and we could learn a whole lot more from that. But it's going to be a little bit more technical and detailed that I didn't really feel like any of us wanted to get into here on the channel at this point. So just interesting to study the history and to learn what these individuals have done to help project the art of photography into a new realm and give it such a wide opportunity to the rest of the populace to be able to see and explore and to use this art form to express ourselves and to capture the images and memories of other families for our generations to come. So thank you so much for watching, and we look forward to your comments and liking this content. And again, to close without rabbit trailing, if you're not a subscriber, we would love your subscription. Thank you so much. God bless.